Did a robot save my marriage? One of my greatest strengths as a copywriter is, I'm informed by people who love me, one of my most irritating traits as a husband. Yesterday, Fleur and I celebrated 15 years of marriage. I choose not to read anything into Fleur sculling her complimentary glass of Prosecco, as well as mine, over our 10 a.m. celebratory brunch. The day before, we had a Melbourne Cup lunch with friends at the pub around the corner from our house. Fleur decided I shouldn't try her amazing-looking chicken Caesar burger, chicken schnitzel, Caesar salad, bun, because she'd nibbled 360 degrees around it. Definite agreement from me. However, Fleur later divided the cheesecake we were sharing with a fork that had been in her mouth. Surely a fork touching shared food is cousin to the reason you wouldn't share a 360-degree nibble. This isn't a thought that passed through my mind directly into this email. First, the question flew out of my mouth in the moment, because as a copywriter, I want to explore any difference I perceive between what people say and what they do. And by explore, I mean bore for Australia. To me, and I know you'll want to diagnose me, I see the questions as easy to answer because they're binary. Either you know the reason you did something, so you can tell me, or you don't know the reason, so you can say you don't know. Although, if you say you don't know, I'll want you to convince me that you're not just saying that because it's none of my business. At 53, I know there's probably a grey area between the two options. I'm aware of it in the same way I'm aware that physicists want us to understand that time slows down sometimes. But in both cases, you can imagine Fleur must be relieved when I fire my Y Uzi at anyone but her. Yesterday, after our anniversary brunch, it was David and Karen's turn. David is an IT consultant in his 40s, and Karen is a retired primary school teacher. Both are patients of a GP clinic outside Melbourne, and I wanted to know their feelings about skin cancer. Had they considered getting their skin checked for suspicious lesions? Did they know the fabulous survival rate with early detection and the grim stats if you leave it too late to be checked? Why would David or Karen choose to be inspected by a specialist for twice the price of seeing their GP? David and Karen answered each question openly and with no sign of fatigue, because neither of them exists. I built David and Karen as models in ChatGPT. Then I set up a role-play round table with them. This is simple to do when you know how. And when you have a model of your ideal client or anyone you want to know more about, you can ask that ChatGPT model anything you want. The ChatGPT model will never get tired or say it's getting late or wonder why it married you. Whether it's role-playing or anything else, whatever you ask ChatGPT to do, it will do willingly, enthusiastically, and without embarrassment. That doesn't mean it will do it well. ChatGPT is a tool. If you gave me a chainsaw, I'd cut down the wrong things faster. But when you know how to use a powerful tool, you don't go back to handcrafting. The world is too fast, especially when everyone else has the tool. It wouldn't be artisanal to run your business with pen and paper, writing letters to your clients, requesting information, and enclosing work. When I started in business, I didn't have a mobile phone. The computers in the office weren't connected to each other. We sent files by walking them to a colleague's desk on a floppy disk. I don't look back on those days and wonder if Fleur would like me better if I were wandering around our office with a floppy disk. At every step, I've embraced the next thing, the new tool, the web, email, social media, podcasting, video calling. This time, it might have saved my marriage, but you'll have to ask Fleur about that one. Just try to catch her before 10 a.m. Stephen. You've been watching or listening to The Obvious Choice, the Taylor's newsletter, read by me, Stephen Lewis. You can sign up at the link in your show notes to make sure that you never miss an edition. And while you're looking at the show notes, please take a second to hit like, subscribe, and to review. People who love the newsletter, generally speaking, don't take a moment to do that, and you would be one of the few really helping us out if you did like, subscribe, and leave a review if you found this helpful and you'd like more of it. Thank you.